You've probably heard the word cloud when discussing computers, apps, and files, but do you really know what it is? Do you know all the uses for it? What about how to get started using the cloud? Well, we're going to talk about all of that in this Intro to Cloud Services. Technology is rapidly moving to the cloud. All the cloud really means is that somebody else is doing the computing that you need, and you pay them in a subscription fee. It makes it to where companies can pay for computing resources the same way that they would pay for water or electricity. By using cloud services, they don't have to worry about maintaining servers, keeping extra parts on hand, or paying administrators to manage the data center. Just like with anything though, there are pros and cons. Certain tasks are better done on-site rather than in the cloud due to computing power and data transfer constraints. You can see more about that in our video up here. Now that we know what the cloud is, what exactly could be done with it? Well, let's start with the basics. So I'm sure that you've heard of file and photo storage solutions such as Apple's iCloud, Google Drive, or OneDrive from Microsoft. Plenty of other companies have their own offerings such as GoPro and Dropbox, but these are the most common, simple cloud solutions. They allow you to put your videos, pictures, and documents and other files in their data center storage for a pretty low cost and sometimes even free. Then you can use your phone, your neighbor's computer, or a random tablet to access your files from anywhere in the world. Although that's cool, the cloud can do so much more than that. Since software goes on top of hardware, you can put the same pieces of software on a wide variety of hardware configurations and still have your same user experience on it. Instead of having to build a tower computer and install Windows and your programs on it, cloud services allow you to rent space in a data center and install your stuff on that. Your computer still functions like a normal computer as long as you have decent bandwidth and a low latency connection from your ISP, but it's miles and miles away. When your computer gets slow, you just pay for increased CPU, RAM, or storage speed from your cloud provider, and your computer's faster. Obviously, it can get much more complicated than that, but those are just the basics. So think of the possibilities that this opens up for things such as rapid company growth, hardware cost savings, and in some cases even licensing cost savings, since the licensing is normally included in the subscription fee for your OS in a cloud service. If a company has something like a database server, they can stick it in the cloud and not have to worry about paying for dedicated fiber lines or administrators or anything to manage the database, because it's never actually going into their organization. It's all kept in the cloud, like at Microsoft's data centers or at Amazon's data centers. So there are dozens, if not hundreds, of cloud providers out there. But really there are only three big players, and even they are separated by quite a bit of market share. The top three players in the cloud infrastructure market in order of size from largest to smallest is Amazon AWS, Microsoft Azure, and Google Cloud Platform. All three offerings are very powerful, though I personally prefer Microsoft's Azure offering because of the simple layout, the visually attractive GUI, and the vast array of descriptive options. Honestly, it's just easy to get started with if you've never used it before. If you like the look of Linux or general open source software, and you like going with the king, then I would go with Amazon AWS because they pretty much own that market. All three platforms are rapidly expanding and adding many new features for a surprisingly low cost. Check out our video up here on how to back up your company's stuff to Azure for under $100 a month. With cloud platforms such as Azure and AWS, your business can start using off-site services like relational databases, enterprise Linux, Azure Active Directory, virtual computing, and machine learning in just minutes. Go to azure.microsoft.com to make a free trial account and explore how your business could benefit from a cloud solution. If you don't feel comfortable doing it yourself, give us a call and see how we can help.